Past Presence, where history's forgotten stories come back to life. Today we're diving into one of the darkest chapters of the 20th century. Why was Japan so brutally aggressive during World War II? Let's unravel the deep-rooted history behind this terrifying legacy. The roots of Japanese brutality. Modern Japan is known for its peaceful culture, cutting-edge technology, and rich traditions. But just a century ago, the world viewed Japan very differently. To understand why, we need to look deep into its warrior past. The code of the samurai, Bushido centuries before the modern era, Japan was made up of warring territories constantly battling for dominance. This period, known as the Sengoku Jidai, forged a fierce warrior class, the samurai. These elite fighters followed a strict code called Bushido, or the Way of the Warrior. Even after Japan unified under the Tokugawa shogunate in 1603, Bushido remained a powerful force. Though the samurai era officially ended after the Meiji Restoration in 1868, the spirit of Bushido lived on, reimagined for a modern, industrializing nation. Military leaders and even the emperor adopted its principles, embedding loyalty, honor, and sacrifice into every layer of Japanese society. A new kind of loyalty. By the 20th century, Japan's education system had transformed into a breeding ground for militarism. Children were raised to obey authority without question, preparing to give their lives for the emperor and their country. Surrender wasn't just frowned upon, it was seen as a complete betrayal of honor. This mindset led to relentless fighting on the battlefield. While Allied forces might capture enemy soldiers, Japanese troops often fought to the death. The ratio was staggering. For every Japanese soldier captured alive, 120 died in battle. The Last Stand, Banzai charges. One of the most extreme displays of this no-surrender mindset came through Banzai charges, frantic, often suicidal attacks against enemy forces. During the Battle of Saipan in 1944, thousands of Japanese troops launched a final, desperate assault after their commanding officer, General Yoshitsugu Saito, performed ritual suicide known as seppuku. Nearly 4,300 soldiers died in that one final charge. Some civilians, equally indoctrinated, chose suicide over capture, leaping from cliffs rather than surrendering. Kamikaze missions, the ultimate sacrifice. Japan's devotion to self-sacrifice reached its peak with the introduction of kamikaze pilots. These aviators intentionally crashed their planes into enemy ships to inflict maximum destruction. The Battle of Okinawa saw the deadliest wave of these attacks, with over 5,000 American lives lost due to kamikaze strikes. No mercy for prisoners, Japan's refusal to surrender also fueled brutal treatment of prisoners of war. Despite signing the Geneva Convention, Japan never ratified it, leaving Allied soldiers captured by Japan to face starvation, torture, and forced labor. The death rate among Allied POWs under Japanese captivity soared to 37% compared to just 1.2% for prisoners held by the Nazis. Civilians as targets, the rape of Nanking. In territories occupied by Japan, civilians fared no better. The 1937 invasion of China led to the horrific Nanking Massacre, where as many as 300,000 civilians were slaughtered and thousands were subjected to unspeakable atrocities. Unit 731, Japan's darkest secret. Perhaps the most disturbing chapter in Japan's wartime legacy was Unit 731, a covert research group responsible for inhumane experiments on living humans. Victims, mostly Chinese and Korean civilians, were subjected to live dissections, biological warfare testing, and unimaginable torture. The aftermath, rebuilding Japan's identity. When the war finally ended, Japan had to confront the horrors of its actions. A new constitution banned militarism, and the nation pivoted toward peace, innovation, and diplomacy. Today, Japan's global reputation reflects this transformation, leaving its violent past as a grim reminder of what unchecked fanaticism can unleash. Thanks for watching Past Presence. If you found this dive into history thought-provoking, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new episode. And if you have any questions about today's topic, check out the full video for all the details. Until next time, keep uncovering the past to understand the present.